thank you to everyone here. I see a lot of new faces. I see mothers, grandmothers, aunts, sisters, daughters. I see husbands, boyfriends, sons standing up for democracy. That's what it's all about today, friends. We are standing for democracy. We are not going back to antiquated old ways. Thank you for coming out. Thank you. Encourage your friends and families to vote. There's nothing more important on the planet than your vote. Don't ever think that your vote doesn't matter. It certainly does. And if you have young children, take them to vote. I used to take my kids when they were little to vote. And my daughter, when she was in high school, was an election judge. She just mailed her ballot in from Oahu. She's stationed over there. It's all about democracy. It's everybody's rights, and we're not going to have them trampled by those red buffoons. Let's go get it. Yep. Woo! Everybody deserves to be helped, to be loved, to love who they want to love, to be respected. I'm tired of the hate, and I am so glad that we came out here today to peacefully support our next President of the United States. Because what are we going to do? What are we going to vote blue? Because why are we going to vote blue? Because we're not going back. And there's not room for hate anymore.
I just wanted to share a couple stories real quick. I know that everyone is nervous and anxious because of 2016, but I also know that we know what's at stake, and we're not going to sit back and let them steamroll us and take over the country. One story I can share is a 78-year-old man came to visit my store looking for a Harris sign, a veteran, never voted before in his entire life, and he is going to be voting for Kamala Harris. I also had a gentleman 3 days ago, a farmer. He came in with a ConAgra hat on, and I said, hello, do you need a sign? And he said yes, that his niece had put up a Trump flag on their family farm property, and that he still owned the property around it, and he wanted 4 Kamala Harris signs to put up. And that he, a lifelong Republican, would be voting for the first time in his life a straight Democratic ticket. And those stories are not, again, just happening here in Ottawa. This is happening across our country. Those are numbers that are not able to be projected in the polls. So just, again, I always say our thoughts are our prayers, and we got to manifest this. But as you can see, we have the support of the people. So we just got to stay together and stay loud. And come Tuesday, we're going to see the first woman elected to be the President of the United States.
I knew a lot of people when I went door to door, they said, I'm afraid to put the Harris sign in my yard. And that was a common thing. And in some areas, it probably isn't okay for them. Places like Earlville, things like that. But I tell you, other places, people actually were brave, and they said, I'm going to do it anyhow. I don't care anymore. This is just how it's got to be. We have to take the country back. We have to make it a normal, peaceful country where we respect each other.
Hello, everyone. My name's Murray Briel, and I'm running for state representative. I'd just like to take a moment and ask all of you to look around at each other, because that's what this district is.
I want to give you a hug.
It's us. I want to get a hug. Oh my goodness. Yes, I love you. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm not all bushy. Baby bushy. That's not nice. I've been up and down this district. My team, my husband, my team, we have knocked 30,000 doors. And the excitement has only grown. And from people in every walk of life. Because we know we're worth more. Each one of you is a star. You shine, and we need to be able to help each other shine brighter. And that's my commitment to you, is to help us shine brighter. So let's get out tomorrow, get your friends to the polls so they can help you on Tuesday, knock those doors. Yep. Go Walz!
Yeah, well, I just think it's time that we realize what's happening in our country. Last 9 years, we've had someone trying to take over our rights, take over our bodies, take over who we love, and that's just not right. And it's got to come, as Kamala says, it's that your voice is your vote, and your vote is your power. So I think you'll see this many people turned out on a cold November day is saying something, because this is a blue town, or a red town. It's maybe a blue state, but Ottawa's a Republican town. Right. So I think it's great.
Mary. Well, I just think that everybody should get out and vote in this election because it's so important, more than ever. I feel like our rights are being taken away as women, and our voices are being silenced. And the platform that he's running on, I can see it going farther and farther in the other direction. Us going backwards instead of forward. So, I mean, I always vote, but I'm trying to get everybody to vote. Hopefully we can get that influence out of our country and out of our government.
So let's take a walk down a hypothetical lane real quick. Now, Kamala Harris ends up elected president. How do you feel about the fact that it's almost imminent that election fraud is going to be called? I mean, we've been hearing it for the last 9 years, right?
Yes.
Where's the stance going to be on that, and what words of advice do you have to give to people who want to kind of shield themselves from any potential violence that may come from this sort of situation?
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I'm going to try. I already voted early, so I didn't have to go to the polls that day. I'm just praying that everybody else just goes and votes, doesn't get involved in anything. Let's this just go past, and hopefully we can get
God willing. Forward. You know, God willing. I mean, like I said, it's a hypothetical situation, but it is one to consider. And with voting early, I don't know if you guys seen this or not, but a couple weeks ago there was ballot boxes that were being lit on fire. You know, it's almost like it's being set up to declare election fraud.
Oh, it is.
You know,
it definitely is. He's already saying that if he loses, then it's a fraudulent election. I mean, if he's telling his supporters that now.
They just said on CNN before I came here that they were already seeing the signs that he's trying to say that this was, rigged again, that they're already putting things in place to make it look like, to appear that he was, again, not voted in because it was rigged and that there was fraud. So I don't have any doubt in my mind that that's going to happen.
Right. Okay, well, thank you for sharing your thoughts. I appreciate it.
It's going to be something. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Buckle up.
Yeah.
Yep.
It'll be a wild ride.
Yeah, it's I'm excited as hell. I totally love Biden. It broke my heart to see him drop out, but man, what a sacrifice. I mean, that man better be honored for history. I mean, I didn't realize it, but they did the right thing. She is killing it. She is going to be just a great president. I can see it. And it's about time we give a woman the reins. I mean,
yeah.
It's, we're in 2024. I mean, come on.
My name's Peja. If you Google me, what you'll see come up is a couple of protests that I actually set up here, and I set up a counter protest in LaSalle.
What were you protesting?
We were protesting in support of Black Lives Matter and against a couple of policemen in the LaSalle County Police, or LaSalle Police, that were a part of QAnon. I don't know if you know what that is.
Yes.
Yes. We were protesting that, and we had counter protested like a Blue Lives Matter / Trump protest as well. So I do have like some experience doing this type of thing. I honestly, in all honesty, I'm not a huge fan of Harris. I don't think she's the perfect person. I don't think anybody's a perfect person. I don't generally like politicians, but I think that if I have something that I think is important to me, I think that she is the person that will hear me out. Whereas if Trump is in power, he's not going to hear anybody out but himself and the people that pat him on the back. He's not going to hear anybody out. And I think Harris is just the sane and safe choice, especially for women. I'm very passionate about reproductive rights as well, and I think she will go out of her way to protect that as a woman herself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's this kind of regressive mindset. Tell me why you think that Kamala Harris is the political candidate for president this year.
I think Kamala Harris is the perfect presidential and will be our best president ever because she brings a solid her background as a prosecutor. She knows how to get things done. She's a very organized and thoughtful person. I think her career, as she moved up through her offices in California, she's learned. She's got the best interests of everybody at heart. I think she's going to be fair. She's going to listen. She's going to give others a seat at the table who maybe didn't think they deserved the seat at the table. But I truly believe she is for all of America. And for those people who favor Trump in this go-round, I'm not sure what he's going to bring them. He doesn't bring me any hope or joy. He brings me a lot of worry and sleepless nights. His policies, both foreign and domestic, are not to any woman's benefit. They're not to any minority's benefit. They are not to any person with any kind of disability's benefit. Kamala Harris is someone who sees people for who they are, meets them at the table, and rolls up her sleeves to help get things done and to help make their lives better.
So hope. Hope.
Hope?
Hope. The message of hope.
It is a message of hope. It is a message of sincerity. I don't feel like I'm getting swindled by her. She's not out selling Bibles or proclaiming using her faith as a means of getting elected. I don't think there's anything Christian about that. I think the whole message and what Trump and some of his followers bring to the table, the message of hate, is terrible. I don't think that's the background of anybody's religion, whether it be the Jewish faith, the Muslim faith, Christianity, agnostic, whatever. Nobody brings hate to the table. And I think it's shameful and disrespectful. I have a daughter who serves in the U.S. military. My grandfather was killed in World War II over in Italy. So I don't think Donald Trump is anything about democracy. I believe Kamala Harris will bring democracy back to our country and sustain the democracy that we have and keep us in peaceful times with the majority of the other foreign countries.
Very good. Thank you. I appreciate that. So you had practice with the megaphone, so you nailed that. But no, I guess, okay. So a bit of a harder question than I could have asked. I guess a prelude then. How was Joe Biden's term? In your opinion, how did Joe Biden do in his presidency?
I was worried when the Democrats initially didn't put anyone else to run against President Biden. I don't think it's been a bad 4 years. I just knew with Trump deciding to run again, we needed somebody stronger. And so it took my breath away when he did withdraw out of the race. But then when Kamala stepped in, I said, that's an awesome choice. And Tim Walz being her vice president, that seals the deal. We've got something definitely for everybody.
So Kamala Harris, she's already been vice president for going on 4 years now.
Yes.
You feel like she had any?
I think she's got. Well, I think she's got as much training as any person who's run for president of the United States, unless they had been a vice president. I think people don't understand when you're vice president, you are second fiddle. It's all the presidential decision. And yes, you're supposed to support your boss. And even Mike Pence, up until January 6th, he supported his boss until he realized our country's democracy was on the line, our Constitution was on the line, and he stood up against his boss at the time and told him he wasn't going to do it. He chose country over party.
And that's something that I feel like we should all be doing in today's day and age. At the end of the day, you vote your country, what you want to see happen, not because this person was this and this person was that. So I've always voted red, I've always voted blue kind of thing. You know, it's critical thinking time.
That is critical thinking.
Thank you again. I appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
Very welcome.
Yep. Oh, yeah.